Greetings everyone. This video is going to cover why there is nothing to fear as a source player.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
There is really nothing for you as a source player to fear. Now let me go over the reasons why. Everything that you might fear, there is no basis for, although it may seem as if there is. First of all, let me go through some things that never happen to source players. Source players are never aborted, although source players can have abortions in their script. But source players are never aborted. Source players never die before they're the age of 13. They always live until they're at least 13 years old. Their scripts are always a minimum of 13 years old. So, no baby suffering infant crib death or child health death problems are ever source players. Those are the soulless ones. No source player is ever raped, trafficked, abused, and tortured. A source player never has any weapon used against them, never a gun, a knife, any weapon. A source player never has a home invasion when they're on the premises. A source player will never drown. A source player will never die a traumatic, catastrophic death. A source player will never fall to their death. A source player will never burn up in a fire. A source player never departs their life scripts in a traumatic manner. So, that was never written to any source player script. It is not part of the program for source players. Okay. Now, your fears and worries are programs. They have worked very hard to create fear and worry in you because it feeds the matrix. They want you fearful. They want you worried. Whenever you are in fear, you are easy to manipulate and control. So I just want to let you know that there is nothing to fear. When you realize that none of these things that you fear can happen to you, then it is very freeing and liberating. And poverty. A source player will not experience poverty. You will always have enough for your needs. Now, maybe not enough for your greeds or enough for that big mansion and house. But if you raise your frequency high enough, you can have those things if you really desire them. But there are some things that have to happen for that to happen for you. Okay? Because most of the people that you see that have the wealth are soulless ones and entities. And the starving children that look like skin and bones, those are all soulless ones. Those are not source players. These are things that are placed in this script and in this matrix to get emotions and feelings and energy out of you, the source player. You need to realize that your experience within this matrix is supposed to be an experience but not traumatic to you. You hear about things, and even family members have things happen to them, and you can't understand why that happens. Well, you need to use your programmed pendulum and ask and verify that what I am saying here is truth. And once you remove these fears about these things not being possible to happen to you, not being in your script, then you are really set free. The fear leaves, it flees. You can't, you need to know that even with your soul contracts being revoked, these are things that cannot happen to source players. Not possible. So now you can relax. So I hope your mind has been set at ease. You have the ability to make a choice. You've never really been able to make the choice before. Your soul contracts were revoked and the game was won. You've been running on the script that you have been provided. And most source players will probably still continue to run with that script because it takes effort to break out of that script and a higher frequency. And you're not going to get there without removing the animal, meat, flesh, and blood. And by that, I mean anything that has a heart, and that includes fish. And it's not required to remove this. You're still won the game. You're still exiting the matrix this lifetime. But if you want to get out of the script that you were dealt and handed, then you need to remove the animal, meat, flesh, and blood from your food plan. They are not food for source players. And if you do this for 1 week, you will notice the difference. If you do it for 30 days, then you can start breaking through some of the scripts that have been handed to you. You can start writing your own scripts by your intent. The longer you go without the animal products, then the higher your frequency will raise and the more quickly it can raise. And by doing a liver flush, you will also get rid of the stones out of your liver and gallbladder. And those are organs, and they're called organs for a reason because they create a sound and a frequency. You do all of these things, and you will notice a great, tremendous jump in your frequency. And that will set you free of a lot of the lower frequency items such as fear and worry. And you will be able to take control of your life, and you'll have more choices that are real choices because you've created them. You will have them open to you. But again, this is a choice that you now have. You have to decide if you are satisfied with the script that you've been dealt, or if you want to improve your situation and write your own future. Write your own now. You're under no compulsion or obligation to do any of this. You can continue the way you always have, and you are guaranteed to exit this matrix. And by that I mean, whenever you lay down, go to sleep, and you die, you do not go to the physical realm. You awaken as your source self outside this matrix. There is no hole or path or labyrinth or maze that you have to find your way through. There are no longer any soul traps or any of this stuff. And there seems to be a big thing now about you have to go through the center of the earth when you depart here. This is a matrix lie, and it used to be a soul trap. Okay? But all souls have been sealed now. It is impossible for you to deal away your soul using blood over intent or going through that hole or any of that. You're sealed. You can't have your soul stolen from you any longer. And anyone who had previously done a blood over intent declaration, Source revoked all of those and restored you your soul. And whenever you leave this life, you will return to Source. You will awaken to who you really are outside this matrix. And from there, you will have awareness of everything. Absolutely everything. All the matrices, including this one, and what's going on still in this one. For the players who are still in it. Whenever you exit this matrix, you're done. You're finished. You've escaped it. And you as Source outside this matrix can then choose to go and participate in another matrix, or you can participate in creating another matrix. The possibilities are endless because you are an endless, boundless source. And you are the infinite creator. You created this game. So I hope that sets everybody's mind at ease. And for those who are really putting a lot of energy into the blood over intent and really carrying out about it, you can't lose anything by doing it. It really isn't important. But what you are doing is you're giving your energy away to the matrix, and you are, by doing that, you are depleting your creative energy for yourself and for your future, because you have bought into that lie. And that goes for all controversies. The flat earth agenda, Illuminati, you know all of the controversies that are out there and the conspiracy theories. Don't be bothered by them. They are insignificant and unimportant to you as a source player. They are distractions. They are energy harvesters for the matrix. They don't apply to you. They really don't apply to you. So, consider being a supporter of this channel through Patreon or through a PayPal donation. You have something around you right now that you can use for a pendulum. You do not need to go and find one to buy right now. You can give it a try with whatever you have that you are attracted to, and give it a try. And as a source player, you need a programmed pendulum. You really need a programmed pendulum. So get one up and running so that you can get dependable source truth answers for all the questions and all the information that I'll be presenting, because it's that important. Not for you simply to believe what you're being told by so many people, and me included. You need to know it. You need to be able to verify it through your infinite source self connection. And please consider becoming a supporter of this channel. There are rewards that you don't know about. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. If you found this life-changing, please consider giving a contribution and consider supporting monthly or giving a single gift via PayPal. Links are in the description box below. And be sure to check out these links for guided self-hypnosis meditations.